If you don't like broken bones or graphic images, don't watch here for about 10 seconds or skip by it. A good way to slow down a car build is break the hell out of your leg. And I did that real bad surfing down in San Clemente. Just caught a wave wrong, landed on the sand, and unfortunately had to get a tibia nailing and a lot of freaking staples and plates. Luckily we have great doctors and took care of me no problem. But mentioning this because of the videos we have, I'm going to be walking around in crutches and hobbling along for a little while. Here we're putting stickers that are reflective all over the camper body to be able to scan it with the EIN Scan Pro. You can see the reflective patches on them, and this is a final rendition of a MPT 81 tire that we're going to be putting on it. So really cool to be able to model these in CAD, and I'm going to be putting them in Solidworks. So my brother, wife, everyone came in, helped me out tremendously on this, but it took thousands of dots spread out all over this, and definitely a long and big learning curve. All right, final few stickers, probably another pack, but we're through 3 packs of 5,000 at least, so at least 15,000 in. And I decided to start spacing them a little wider to help conserve. Hopefully the scanner doesn't trip out. We're gonna learn more later, but inside every frickin' nook and cranny, I've had friends, family, anyone I can beg to come check it out and help put stickers on, and hopefully it's all worth it. We're gonna have a really nice detailed scan, and for those asking why not just get the damn CAD files from the manufacturer, I begged them up, down, and sideways, and I'll maybe show a thread. They tried, they were nice, but did not share them. So I resorted to this, and we will see how it comes out. Yeah, this thing's badass, but you can see all aluminum undercarriage, frame, whatever you want to call it, and sitting on steel body from the last truck it was on, starting to corrode. So I am going to figure out how the heck I'm going to mount this thing. And on the front, those are steel. Let's see if it'll brighten up. Those are steel touching aluminum. So let me get a little closer. I can show it here. So on the back, same thing. Same thing here. You got steel mounted to aluminum. And on the front, they put a thin dielectric in between, not dielectric, a little insulator, whatever you want to call it, and to try and mitigate that galvanic corrosion. But we'll see. I might throw something thicker, but yeah, I'm going to thicken up these bolts for sure. I think I am going to reuse this mounting strategy, the back and front. I might throw one more in the middle, but figure out a way to cover the frame with something so it's not aluminum sitting right on steel. So nothing major. This is a 2004 bed, I believe it came off of, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna beef up, so this is welded to, it's a diamond plate above. This is the actual floor in the camper. Diamond plate above, and I'm gonna ask somebody or buy a TIG, we'll see. I only have a nice MIG, and beef up every corner I can. And it's pretty odd how this works. I think the sides are fiberglass, and I think the sides are only supported by these areas. So one of these mounts in front right here, welded a bit, one on back, and I don't see any other support for these boxes really. I mean, the front and the back are mounted a little bit. There's nothing here, it's just bumping against that. And I gotta go through all the wiring. It's absolutely a disaster. Coming a little over. I cannot wait to walk again. We're getting better after breaking my leg, but kinda cool. I don't know if you can see it real well. but it says left tele power. Interesting. So these are actually labeled. This is pretty nice stuff. Left floodlight. So pretty amazing. Step light, I don't know. Extra. So these are numbered. It's beautiful. So I have all the wires that go to it, but pretty killer stuff. So I have all the connections. Come out. Lighten up. There we go. I have all the connections to that. Got my MP81s, MPT MP81s, and more coming. So I called up my friend who I knew had this EIN scanner. I look up how much it was, and it's like 10 grand. And he has it for his company, letting me borrow it. And I could not get it to work. So long story short, had to send it back to the manufacturer. They had to replace some of the lasers, such and such. But finally got it going. And this is me learning how to scan it. There's a few different settings on brightness, on speed, on geometry, how it's scanning. So this is literally first attempts, and I'm pretty stoked. I'm just going for the whole side of the camper here. So working well, no problem. Seeing how much of the process is sitting on the RAM to see if I'm overloading it. So this software takes a very specific type of processor and I think operating system as well. I couldn't use my Xeon processors on my really nice desktop, all this stuff. So I had to get my buddy's laptop, and just kind of a hassle getting the software going, honestly. And you can see here I start getting weird geometries where it's not in line, and I'm just learning how this works. But what happened is I can't scan the whole entire camper at once. I have to do each face or elevation at a time. And I have this purely off the dots scanning opposed to geometry and dots hybrid. And what I also discovered was at night helps a lot with being able to scan it. So the hybrid setting where it's the dots and the geometry work the best for me, and scanning at night helped a lot with the scanner being able to see where it's going. So what we had to do is scan each face and mesh each face or elevation inside and out together. So right, left, back, front, top, and then the inside, right, left, front, back, top, and bottom, and if you're underneath on the outside as well. So you can see here, it's very sensitive to distance away from what it's scanning as well. So you have to hold it really even distance from it. the whole process of debugging, putting stickers all over everything, scanning every elevation, piecing it together, figuring out how to export this correctly took hundreds of hours and multiple people, so a huge lift, and I'll be able to share the Solidworks file. Any questions on how to use the software or any advice I could give on this, feel free to reach out, comment, and I'll get back to you.